So as you guys know, on NBA 2K26, you could basically use whatever build you want when it comes to being a guard on this game. You could use a 5'9" if you wanted to. You could use a 6'2", 6'4", 6'8". You could even like run around on a 7'4", you know, center as a point guard. But I got something a little bit different for you guys today. I got a 6'5" that gets 99 3-point shot and 93 driving dunk, you know, with a lot of other attributes. And I mean, this is the smallest build that can get 99 3-point shot and 93 driving dunk. So honestly, it might be the play if you need a new guard on NBA 2K26. So we're going to go through the build. We're going to go through the cab breakers at the end. And then you guys are going to let me know your thoughts on the build in the comment section. So real quick, I need y'all to do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like while you're down there, and turn that post notification bell on so you never miss an upload. But we could go ahead and get right into it. All right, so we are back in the myplayer builder again. Like, I want you guys to have some of the best builds in the game. I showed you guys my 6'8" ISO demigod, which a lot of you guys liked. So I mean, this build should be pretty up to par with that, beside the fact that it's 6'5", but I mean, we could live with that if it has a 99 3-point shot and a 93 driving dunk. Anyways, handedness doesn't matter. I mean, you could switch it up in the menu, but we're just gonna go with right, jersey number 22. Okay, so for our vitals, position, we're gonna go point guard. Our height's gonna be 6'5". Our weight, we're gonna, you know, put it +1 to 204 pounds, and then our wingspan, we're gonna make it 6'5", obviously, so we could get that 99 3-point shot and 93 driving dunk. So again, this build is gonna look good. I hope you guys did hit the like button already, because the attributes that we're about to get on this build are gonna be insane. So before we get into anything, I just want to let you guys know that you are gonna need 8 cab breakers for this build. So whether that's from shooting specialization, finishing specialization, you get this from your cruise, the rep, whatever it is, you need 8 in total, and we're going to be putting them on finishing and shooting, which, you know, when we go over to the cab breaker section towards the end of the video, I mean, that's, you know, when it's going to get a little bit specific, but just make sure that you have 8 cab breakers. If not, you're not gonna have the 99 3-point or the 93 driving dunk. But anyways, I mean, we could go ahead and start off with our physicals. So our speed, we're gonna have an 86 speed. Let's go ahead and put it to an 86. Our agility is gonna be at an 80. Strength, we're gonna put it up to a 52, and our vertical is gonna be at an 80. Now, we are 6'5", so we're not gonna get the contact dunk package for the 80 vertical, 93 driving dunk, but there are a couple signature packages that you will need an 80 vertical. So if anyone's curious, you know, why we're going to 80 vert, that is why. But we could treat this like a regular guard build. We could go ahead and start off with our shooting. So our 3-point shot, we are going to put it up to a 94. Our mid-range shot's going to stay in 84, and then our free throw, we're going to put it up to a 75, just so in case, you know, you play rec or 5v5 pro-am with this build, or, you know, even the star in 5, free throw 75, you should be able to make a couple with this attribute. But 94 3-point shot, if we don't have the 5 cab breakers, we have obviously the gold shooting badges, which are cool on this game, and especially with all the max +1s and +2s. I mean, if you don't have the cab breakers yet and you're focusing more on driving dunk, you know, you can max +1 and 2 a couple of these badges. But, you know, if you don't got anything, gold deadeye, gold set shot, gold limitless, and gold shifty is still good. But obviously, when we have the 5 cab breakers equipped to have that 99 3-point shot, all of these are going to be on legend, which, you know, a badge like legend shifty shooter is literally game changing on this game. You could fade from anywhere, and that is going to go in. Legend limitless, you could shoot from behind the 3-point line, you know, basically half court, even when you have takeover, opposite 3-point line on the other team. You know, these badges are all good. Deadeye is okay. I mean, the contests aren't that crazy. And then set shot specialist. You guys have played 2K25, you guys have played 2K26, you guys know the badges already. So again, we're going to be putting 5 cap breakers on this, which we're going to talk about later. The gold badges are good ball, and obviously the legend badges are even better. 84 mid-range, nothing to talk about here badge wise, but I mean, like 84 midi, if you need to do some midi fades, you're going to be able to do them just fine. Spin jumpers, hop jumpers, whatever it is, you are good. Just, you know, make sure you know your jump shot, got some hot spots, and the ball is going to go in the hoop. And then, as I said earlier, we have that 75 free throw. This is just a couple extra attributes we have, and we could throw it on free throw to make it a 75. Again, if you do play that rec, 5v5 pro-am, whatever it is where you need to shoot a free throw, I think 75 should be straight. I mean, it's better than having a 40. So going on to our playmaking, our pass accuracy, we're gonna have a 71. Ball handle is gonna be an 85 if I could get it there. And then speed with ball, we're gonna have it to an 86. So I mean, playmaking, we got basically everything we need for being a 6'5" guard. You know, ball handle, dribble move wise, lightning launch, and then pass accuracy. I mean, 71 pass ac is good on this game, especially if you turn off the pass setting, you know, where you don't throw lollipop passes. It's just gonna be great ball. 71 pass ac, as I just said, it is very good on this game. I mean, I think all of my guards for the most part have 71 pass ac beside one of them, and I've been playing 3s, I've been playing 2s, I've played like I think one 5v5 game, which, you know, I'm not a 5s player, but I get the ball to where it needs to go, you know, I mean, in a very timely fashion, in a very efficient fashion. It's good. Like, you guys don't really need 85 plus on this game, which it's cool to have an 85 plus pass ac, but on a build like this where we have 93 dunk and 99 3-point, I just don't see the reason. But anyways, we get break starter on bronze, which this is a badge that you probably will never use. you know, unless you're in the corner dropping for a rebound and you magically get it and your lock is down the court for whatever reason, you know, maybe the badge will come into play, but for now, you will not need it. We got Silver Dimer. This badge is very important, and you could put a max +1 or max +2 badge on this to make it either gold or Hall of Fame. So, you know, you're locked down in the corner, you're sharp on the wing, your popper doing a slip pop. You know, it doesn't matter. As long as the ball gets in their hands and it's an open shot, they're going to get a little bit of a boost to their attributes, which again, we've been playing 2K for so long that we know what Dimer is. So, I mean, the badge is cool. Put your max +1s or 2s on it and it'll be even better. We got Versatile Visionary on bronze. Now, this badge actually has came in clutch on 2K26. You know, whether that's doing flashies or alley-oops or anything like that. I've definitely used this badge a couple times. The flashies go in pretty well. You know, I throw lobs to my center BZ and he catches them. Not bad. You know, again, with the 71 pass act, the ball gets to your teammates pretty efficiently. Like, I'm just going to be straight up about that. That's going to be it for pass act, though. We go down to our ball handle. We have an 85 ball handle, which is going to give us access to all of the sigs that we need. And for, you know, tall guards this year, and I think last year as well, the requirements for dribble moves were not that high. I mean, like, the most you need is like, what? I think it's like 75 to 80 for like all the crossovers and size ups and things like that you need. So I mean, 85 is still cool. I mean, obviously we're doing the 85 for most of these badges, but just don't worry about, you know, needing a higher ball handle when it comes to dribble moves, because you just don't need them. But for our badges, we get Bronze Ankle Assassin, which, you know, later on in the cab breakers, I'm going to say that you're going to need +1 cab breaker on this to make it silver. We get Handles for Days on silver and Unpluckable on silver. Now, if you want to use your max +1s or 2s on any of these, like Handles for Days would be pretty good. If you got double Gatorade, 99 stamina, and then like you have either gold or Hall of Fame Handles for Days, that's cool. Unpluckable, I probably wouldn't put a max +1 or 2 on just because it's pretty pointless. And then Ankle Assassin, I mean, the bronze tier is great. The silver tier is great when we put a cab breaker on it. You don't really need much more than that. But again, 85 ball handle, as I said, you get access to all of the drill moves, so you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. Our speed with ball is going to be an 86. Now, I must say, you definitely should use a max +2 on lightning launch to make it legend. Like, 2K Labs put a bunch of tests on it, and getting this to legend with your max +2s is actually worth it. And I mean, you know, shameless plug, if you guys do want to get a 2K Lab subscription, they are great people. The link is down in the description. You can use my code for 20% off. You know, getting exclusive jump shot data, badge data, builder data, literally anything you need, even cab breaker data. I mean, it's down there, but you know, that's just a quick shameless plug. Anyways, you guys saw the graph. Lightning launch on legend is going to be good ball if you put max +2 on it. And I mean, you could also get it to Hall of Fame if you only have a max +1. But even if you don't have either of these, the gold tier is pretty good. So if you're just making this build for the future, if you just got this game, I mean, it is still pretty good, bro. Like, lightning launch on gold, you literally can't complain. You're gonna be able to speed boost, you're gonna be able to be very fast, you know, with the ball in your hand, doing size ups and escapes and everything like that, snatchbacks, so you should be straight. So for our playmaking, again, we have a 71 pass act. We're gonna get the ball very quickly to, you know, the corners and the wings. We got an 85 ball handle, which is gonna allow us to get all the drill moves we need. And then we got 86 speed with ball, so we do get lightning launch on gold. I don't think you can really go wrong with this. We're gonna go on to our defense now. Our interior defense is gonna be a 43. Our perimeter is gonna be all the way up to a 92 if I could get it up there. Our steal is going to be a 79. Our block is going to stay at 42. Our O board is going to be a 31. And then our defensive rebound is going to be a 52. So we have a lot of defense to talk about on this build. And I mean, like, you know, being a 6'5" guard, which this build is going to be majority on the 3s or 5v5, we don't need things like interior block or rebound. That's more or less for the 2s and the 1s. But, you know, what we need to talk about here is the 92 perimeter defense. I mean, I have 92 perimeter on, I think, all of my builds. And don't get me wrong, the contest system on this game is very, very questionable. I mean, like, we know that already, but you know, a badge like gold on ball menace really does come in clutch. And I have seen a couple people use a max +2 on this to make it legend, which I personally haven't tried it out, but I feel like if a lot of people are, you know, doing this, it probably is good. I definitely would not put challenger on a max +1 or max +2 just because, you know, the contest system is crazy. You know, even with legend challenger, people are still going to green basically anything, and almost every shot is going to be open in this game. So, you know, just keep your challenger on gold. The only thing, as I said, I would recommend is maybe on ball menace, but I think you could put your max +1s and 2s, you know, elsewhere. We also do get gold pig dodger. So if for some reason on the 2s or the 3s, you are in a position where you're not playing with a lockdown, or maybe like your lockdown got switched off and you got to play ball, again, that pig dodger on gold and on ball menace on gold are both going to come into play. And this is why we got the 92 perimeter, bro. It is a very important stat beside the contest, but we already know how that is. Going on to our steal, we got 79 steal, which is going to be silver glove and silver interceptor. Now, the thing about these two badges, you know, glove steals aren't really a thing on this game unless you get like a very lucky blitz animation, but silver interceptor is actually pretty good. And for me personally, I put the clutch gene on interceptors, so it goes from silver to Hall of Fame, which is a pretty good idea. You know, late in the game it goes to Hall of Fame, but you could also put a max plus 1 or 2 on it. Interceptor is a great badge on this game from what I've seen, especially if you buy steal boost. I mean, you shouldn't really have a problem, but that glove badge, I honestly don't know why it's still in the game. Like, they should remove it, you know, completely get it out of the game, and there's just no point for it, bro. The defense is, you guys know how it is already. We got 42 block, 31 O board, and 52 D board. Nothing to talk about with these attributes just because they are so low. So for defense, we got 92 perimeter, 79 steal. Make sure you have these two copied down exactly. And the last category of this build is going to be our finishing. So our driving dunk is going to be all the way up to an 88, and that's going to be it for this build. So for our 88 driving dunk, you guys are probably like, okay, so this build, you know, I said it had a 93 driving dunk. How are we going to do that? We're going to be putting only 2 cab breakers on driving dunk to make it a 93, which, you know, on the cab breaker section of the video, I will explain that more, you know, with the +3 and +2. You guys know it's a little bit different this year, but if you're making this build, you know, for the future and you don't have the cab breakers, you are only going to get silver posterizer and gold aerial wizard, which is still cool. I mean, 87, 88 driving dunk, you know, that range is good, but we're making this build primarily for the 93 dunk. So, you know, we don't really got to talk about it too much. When we get that 93 dunk, we're going to have gold posterizer, which we could max +1 or max +2 this to make it Hall of Fame or legend. I mean, that really is up to you. And then aerial wizard is also going to be on Hall of Fame. So if you do self lobs, if you catch lobs, you're going to get some crazy animations. We also do got a 70 driving layup, which, I mean, I don't think we get any packages, maybe like a couple, but nothing too crazy. We get bronze float game as well. So, I mean, the badge is kind of irrelevant. If you want to do some floaters, go for it, but it's not going to be that good. And then we got nothing for close shots, standing dunk, or post control. So yeah, this is pretty much it for this 6'5" with 99 3-point and 93 driving dunk on this game. I mean, you could get on that rim, you're going to have the cab breakers, have that gold posterizer, which you could then make it a lot better. You have the 99 3-point shot for all the legend shooting badges, so you could basically pull from wherever you want, any type of shot you want. We got a good amount of playmaking for, you know, all the dribble moves we need, and the pass act ain't too bad, and, you know, we got some defense. I mean, I don't really know what could go wrong with this build, especially with 6'5s, using bases like Matt Ryan or Jarrett Culver when you hit starter 4, or even T-Mac. It's just like, I don't really know why you would make a small guard when builds like this exist. So one more time, we got 93 driving dunk after the cab breakers, 99 3-point shot after the cabs, 71 pass hack, 85 ball handle, 86 speed with ball, with a 92 perimeter, 79 steal, 86 speed, 80 vertical. I just don't see what's wrong with this build, bro. We could go ahead and press options to continue. You guys gotta hit the like button on the video. We have created the 2-way 3-point slasher, which the build name is going to be different once we put the cab breakers on. But our go-to badges for this build, the low scouting report, we do get off-ball pest on Hall of Fame, which doesn't really matter, limitless range on gold, and challenger on gold, which, you know, after the cab breakers, those badges are going to be a little bit different. Our top attributes, we got an A+ 3-point shot, which, you know, makes sense. We got an A perimeter defense and an A- driving dunk, which after the caps, the driving dunk will surely be an A+. Strengths, we got ice and veins from deep, can stay chest to chest 94 feet, lives above the rim, and hard to chase in transition. And the weakness, can't pass, stagnates ball movement, which it literally doesn't make sense because 71 pass hack is good on the game when you disable the pass setting. So that doesn't really make sense, but that's the scouting report for this build. We could go ahead and advance and look at the cab breakers. So for the cab breaker section of this video, I want to make it very important that you only need 7 cab breakers for this build, but 8 would be cool because, you know, we could put +1 on ball handle to get that silver ankle assassin. So, I mean, I'm going to say 8 cab breakers, but you could make it work with 7. So anyways, driving dunk, we are going to be putting the 2 cab breakers on this to make it a 93. As you can see, the first one is +3. And the next one is +2, which I really like how they did that this year. So, you know, you don't have to use 10 cab breakers just to get, you know, +5 on each attribute, if you guys know what I mean. Like, we only need to use 2 for 5 attributes worth, you know what I mean? Like, that's really good ball. So we're going to be putting 2 on driving dunk to make it a 93. Our 3-point shot, obviously, we're going to be using 5 to make it a 99. That's very obvious. So that's already 7 cab breakers. And then the 8th one, I think you guys should put it on ball handle if you do have an extra cab breaker to make it an 86, just so you can get that ankle assassin on silver. And I think you might get like a couple extra animations, but for the most part, all the animations you need, you already have. So that's going to be it for the 8 cab breakers. Again, 1 on ball handle, 5 on 3-point shot, and 2 on driving dunk. So we could get that 93 dunk, 99 3, and 86 ball handle. It is just very important that we talk about the cab breakers since it is a little bit different this year. All right, so that's going to be it for today. Again, that's the 6'5" build with 99 3-point shot and 93 driving dunk. I really don't see what you could go wrong with this build. I mean, like, you got the 92 perimeter, so you're straight on defense. You got 79 steals, so you could get some good little lanes. Obviously, the plucks aren't going to be there just because that's the game that we play. We got enough ball handle for all the animations we need. We got the 71 pass act. And then obviously we got the 3-point and the dunk. Go down to the comment section and let me know anything you would change about this build, any thoughts about it, because I'm genuinely curious. I don't think there's really much to change. Got a little bit of free throw as well. It's all good, bro. Like, if you need a new guard build, I would definitely make this. I just don't see why not. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video, man. If it did help you out or at least gave you a template, please show me by hitting that subscribe button. It really means the world to me. Dropping a like while you're down there and turning that post notification bell on so you never miss an upload. I hope you guys had a great day today and a great rest of your day. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.